So I'm in the process, actually, I've just finished magnetizing the Knight Armigers that come with the new Necrons and AdMech box set. I wanted to throw this out there for anybody who's thinking about doing the same thing. I don't love the giant base that these guys come on. It seems to me it's going to make it difficult to store them. You know, if you want to put them in a case or something, the arms are movable and posable, so you take that and occupy a lot less space if you magnetize the base. So I wanted to give some tips on how to do that for anybody who is interested. First of all, you make sure that you got the poles on these magnets facing the same direction, right? So I've got this stack of magnets because I find this is a very easy way to keep track of what you're doing with a magnet. These basically, if you put these in the same direction, the magnets should actually oppose each other in terms of lining up, so they will actually stay here. If you put some super glue down there and put one down there, put some super glue down here, put one down here, you don't really need to worry about them snapping together and, you know, throwing super glue over the place, super gluing themselves to each other. You can also take a stack of magnets and you can take one or two and apply it there to make sure that it's not going to move while you get the other magnet in place, and then you can kind of just use that as a way to affix that magnet while the glue is setting. I also recommend Zip Kicker to accelerate the thing. I would not recommend spraying it. This is a spray bottle, which I purchased in case I needed it, but I've discovered that when you actually utilize the spray, it goes everywhere, and it can, in fact, affect your plastics. You might notice this here. I just tried it because I've rarely, if ever, used that, but you can see that the crazed glue here, where that Zip Kicker is kicked in, but it also started this, so I wouldn't recommend spraying it on models in particular. Anyway, once you've got the magnets lined up, both with, you know, the same pole toward the same thing, you've got this stack of magnets with the ones that you know are going to line up there. Then what I did, these magnets are the same ones that I used in my Kastelan robots, 4.75 meter, and essentially 4.75 millimeter. And what I did was I put some glue into the holes in the feet, right? And then I put one magnet in there and just basically slid it off, and then added some more glue and put a second magnet on there. And this really seems to have provided enough stick for this base in order so that you can pick it up and move it, right? But also so you're not worried about the model taking a lot of stress when you're pulling it on and off. It is pretty easy to get on and off, as you can see, but it's still obviously hefty enough, even with paint and maybe some terrain that you want to add to that, to be able to get that off of there relatively easily. So the other advantage of putting the poles in the same direction and keeping them consistent across models is, now I know that this one will also fit on this base, so I don't need to worry about a particular base. Either base will work, and it will also work in the opposite direction, right? So that poles on those magnets facing the same direction means that I can use this on either of these guys without any sort of concerns that I'm going to be, you know, grabbing them and having to mix and match them. The other advantage is when you go to put them away, if you have these facing the same direction, there you go. You're not going to lose those because they're ready to go whenever you are. So, just some tips on lining up your magnets. And the reason that I do this is because this way, I know that when I put these magnets on here, they're going to be facing the right direction, so that when I go like this, they're already lined up. I've definitely got those poles facing in the right direction in order to affix those to the base. And I generally do that with anything I'm magnetizing, like I did with my Kastelan ones. So I hope that some folks find this helpful, and have a great day.